$50,000.
I'm running that Peachtree with you. Oh,
What, next year?
it was on the 4th.
When's the Peachtree?
It already happened. It's
Oh, you
always
missed
on
it?
Independence Day.
Yeah.
I signed up everything.
Liar.
I thought there was a text that alert, like, get up, you got to go run the street for no reason because the Kenyans are going to win anyway.
Is there Kenyans in Atlanta?
Oh my God, they fly in and
they just fly in just to run,
and they win it.
And the
every
Kenyans
time.
they fly in.
But there wasn't always a prize.
So they're the ones that are scamming us on the phone all the time, so they can get here and run on the Peachtree Road Race.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Those are the Guatemalans or Asians. I'm not sure. Are you saying someone scams us on the phone?
Yeah. Have you not seen the raids like in North Africa where they find like 20 million American dollars? You know, the people that are like,
oh no,
you need to send me money.
No, the Saudis.
Yeah,
the Saudis.
You just saw it. It's different. Is Egypt, Ethiopia?
The point is, you give them money. You give them
Nigeria,
your debit card and your routing number.
Right. Or they're like, give me a what do you call it? One of those little things you get it with Kroger with
herpy cream.
Okay.
No, the first
you can get a lot of things at Kroger.
I got one of those emails. We were at the Ritz-Carlton. I got one of those emails and it said
your uncle died.
No, yeah. It was like, you're a Saudi, blah, blah. And I'm like,
you're a Saudi prince.
You know what? I've always thought I was. I'm into this. Yeah. And then it's like, what is your social? And I'm like, nope.
Oh, you didn't go through with it.
Oh, no. Or like, nice to meet you, Chris. And I'm like, that's not what I fucking said.
Why don't you like to be?
Yeah.
Call Chris.
I think the biggest thing is when I introduce myself, I say Christopher.
Right.
And or like, nice to meet you, Chris. And I'm like, that's not what I fucking said. The Takeover. Christopher Carter. Only on Power 108.9. Sorry about the delay, but not really. All right.
His name is the Carter.
Two. What am I doing? Oh, I'm talking. Yeah, sorry.
We're talking about combinating and consolidating.
Yeah.
You're not thinking of taking over the Carter.
Yep, we're taking over the Carter. Take over Christopher Carter. Here we go. What time is it? It's probably 7:50.
Game time.
Yeah, we meant to stick. Is it?
Yeah.
No.
7:56.
Our producer is here finally. Miss Amy Harden.
Yeah.
I don't think you can see her. But we are going to get into, apparently, President Trump is a racist, a liar. I did not know that.
Racist and a liar.
Yeah. Dwight Howard is gay.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I like the guy.
Yeah. Why? Anyway,
I liked him when he was in Orlando.
Well,
which is probably about the right city for him.
Yeah, or Spain. We're going to talk about Area 41. Alzheimer's. Yeah.
Is it off Area 41?
Is it 41? I wrote 41. Is that inaccurate?
I don't know. What was the follow-up?
I want to say it's 51.
You said Area 41 and then Alzheimer's. What you want to talk about?
I don't know. I don't remember. See what I did there?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So,
So hang in there.
We're going to talk about underground people
and
or aliens.
Yeah, we're going to talk about
what you got.
Yeah.
What you got? Produce.
What up?
We're going to check
Production.
these items
P.
off
Diddy.
the list. And
P. Titty.
We're going to talk about these things.
Can we call her P. Titty?
P.
you
Titty.
can call me whatever you want to as long as you get to the next goddamn subject.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Here
That's
we
what I'm
go,
talking
fam.
about. All right.
Takeover Nation. Hang in there with us.
Hey, join us, Huddle. Might as well.
Yeah. As always, it gets worse. This is the story. This is the story of our lives.
Yeah, it is.
Amy has always been like, stay focused. The deeper we get,
Huh? What?
tell the story on the back.
Oh my God. Yeah.
You're talking about you and Dion.
Yeah.
And he goes, and then he goes, I gotta go to bed.
She wasn't wearing it at the time.
Clarification.
She wasn't even in the room. Somebody else.
It wasn't like, oh God.
Oh, you can hear us?
I'm sorry. I'm
Who's
sorry.
listening?
All right. So,
People out there in TV land are watching right now?
let's get back to the internet.
Oh,
All right. So I go over
Okay.
I go over to Brandon's house, and he's newly married. He got this nice house because his family's rich or whatever. And I go up to the
Not
computer.
you, just your family.
Killer Mike had just come on the scene. He didn't have a solo album or anything like that, but he just killed it in a single with Outkast. So I'm like, oh, we got to get that. And Brandon's like, we can burn it. I'm like, cool. So we're talking about it. He types in "kill Mike," and then no, but he's just like, well, we just made the FBI's list, and I'm laughing, and I'm like, and I'm driving home that night. I'm like, what the fuck? I wonder if people are watching.
they can track us?
Yeah.
Oh,
He
the
fucked
internet's
up. I'm not
bad.
from. You know
Yeah.
what? I got my story
This
together.
was his address.
Yep, I got my
Yeah.
story together. I've droned. I've
Droned.
droned.
I've droned.
I have driven Brandon crazy my entire life because of my brain.
Crazy.
I met a guy. I didn't meet a guy. He weird story. Anyway, some redneck from Milledgeville or whatever.
Oh, the closet story again?
No.
Well, if we're telling the story, let's get on with it.
Oh, sorry, my
This
bad.
guy had. Thanks, Roz. This guy had the new Mustang Cobra.
Ooh, the new,
This
New.
was 2000.
yeah, the new Mustang
Yeah.
Cobra.
I'm like, cool.
All right, let's go. Break
You gotta
over.
allow
Let's go.
My God, man. You're not a producer. Get
Yeah.
the fuck off the radio.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm afraid. I'm scared.
Hey, go. Christopher Carter. Power 108.9. We're back. I don't know if you can hear us during the break, but if you did, enjoy it. All right. Let's get into it. Producer, we need to stay focused. Is that right, Miss Amy?
Yes.
Why?
Because
It's not our story. That's not our style.
This is
Just-
ADD radio.
Yeah.
pick something and stick with it and
Okay.
keep it going.
Yeah. That's what he said.
Yep.
Well, whoever
And
he
she-
is,
she's
sounds
a-
like he knows what he's talking about then.
Yeah. He's a
Yeah.
good guy. Good guy.
Sounds like a good
All
guy.
right, yeah. So the first thing I was going to talk about, apparently President Trump is a racist and a liar.
Okay. Why?
I don't know.
Why is he a racist?
Does it surprise you? Like the guy was on the TMZ and with the Billy kid, and he's like, I'm going to punch her in the pussy or something.
Huh?
What?
What? Is this recent news?
No,
Oh.
this is pre-election.
Yeah, no, yeah, I understand.
This
Okay.
is
This
the-
guy lost his job because of this.
Because he said he was going to punch Billy the kid in the pussy?
no, he hurt women.
Oh.
They were going on a bus.
Well, I know he said you just grab him in the pussy.
Grab him in the pussy.
Grab him
Yeah.
by.
You grab him, you
by
punch
the
him. It
pussy.
is what it is. Right.
Well, some
No,
of us,
there's a big difference
Yeah.
between a grab and a punch.
some of us have
Oh.
different techniques than others.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're
punch
listening.
or grab. I mean, you know, you kind of you got to make your way in there. I don't know. But either way, I mean,
I'm not.
you're probably not doing very well
Yeah, you're
If
probably
you're
not dating
punching
that
or
person,
grabbing. Yeah.
you know? You're probably not with that person.
Right.
But at the same time,
Well, we have the Trump tweets. Should I read them?
it's President
Can-
Trump. But okay.
Yeah. Can we hear
Can we
hear
read them?
can we hear the racist tweet?
Mm,
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So interesting to see progressive Democrat congresswomen who originally came from countries whose governments are a complete and total catastrophe, the worst, most corrupt and inept anywhere in the world, if they even have a functioning government at all, now loudly and viciously telling the people of the United States, the greatest and most powerful nation on earth, how our government is to be run. Why don't they go back and help fix the totally broken and crime-infested places from which they came, then come back and show us how it is done? These places need your help badly. You can't leave fast enough. I'm sure that Nancy Pelosi would be very happy to quickly work out retravel arrangements. But I think that last part is not true.
Kind of a dig.
Well,
I'm pretty sure Nancy Pelosi is a Democrat, correct?
Yeah.
So she wouldn't want these Democrat congresswomen to leave.
Go ahead.
yeah.
I would have said grab in the pussy.
It would have been quicker.
Yeah, exactly. Get it done.
Just get it over
just
with.
grab it.
Donald.
Just grab her right in the pussy.
Yeah.
So is that scam? Like, is that what everybody's going crazy about?
That
I don't even.
It is.
Understand.
Yeah.
Do it. You can do anything.
so
Listen,
Grab them by the.
there it is.
okay. There's that.
There he is. There he is saying it.
So
What's wrong with that? Really?
what? Well, how do you feel about it?
They were drunk. So
Are you talking about the grab him in the pussy,
Yes.
or oh, I thought we were going back to the racist tweets.
he's racist,
Yeah,
but
probably.
he's not. He's too stupid to be racist.
Okay,
Do
So-
you believe that?
Yeah,
So you think he's stupid?
he is stupid in social atmospheres.
what?
So you don't think he's purposefully saying the things that he says? You think he's just ignorant and says stuff stupidly?
I think that he has a PR person, and then they say, here's what I'm going to put up here, and he goes, yeah, got it, do it, send. There's no way the president of the United States is sitting there.
Is accidentally tweeting.
No way.
Right. No, and I agree with
don't
that.
buy it.
Maybe
I don't
is it his
think these-
drunk brother-in-law.
I don't
putting out
think
the
these.
tweets.
I don't think. No, I don't think.
This is like me being president, and I'm like, Dion, can you do these tweets? And then I'm like,
Say no, Dion.
I get back, and I'm like,
I guess my problem with it is it racist?
is it racist?
Is it racist?
Is it really racist?
Did he mention race at any point in?
It's nationalism. It's
It
really
is.
nationalism.
It
right?
is.
And he said, "Come
Dr.
back." He
Greenwich,
said,
I'm
"Go
sorry.
do it and come back." So he's
Dr.
not saying
Greenwich.
leave our country. He said, "Go fix what's wrong over there if you know so well, and then come back and
It's
show us."
it's
how to do it."
very non-constitutional. These are people in our government that he's talking to like that, which is
Was it passive aggressive?
What were you gonna say?
No,
I
straight
said
on.
these are people in
straightforward
our
aggressive.
government,
It was-
and-
That
and
it
you're
was straightforward.
talking to, which is
that he's talking to like that he's talking to in a derogatory way, but it's not racist. It's like you said, it's very nationalist.
Well,
But
I think
it's not racist. So if one of these senators happened to be what from England or Sweden or
Well-
Norway, and he said the same thing, would it have still been racist?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all he's saying is going back to your country. Quit throwing the racism word
What do you-
around so much
Yeah.
just because a white person said it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, we can all say shitty things to each other, but he's saying it to people that are not the same exact color as him. They're people of color.
no,
But it
I
doesn't.
understand
But
your point.
he's not saying anything against color. He's saying go back to your country. It's a shitty thing.
well,
it's
it's
something
culture.
the president of the United States should never say anything like that. It's ridiculous
Why?
and stupid
Why not?
because they're in the government with him. They should be
Just
working together to make things
Well,
better.
Don't
well,
live here.
Well, first of all, if
What's
we're
racist about it though?
if we're gonna okay, if
Because,
we're
well, I
gonna
think the problem is
nitpick,
that only one of those people was not from America. Only one person he was talking to
yes,
was not born in
exactly.
America.
Thank
She
you.
was a refugee from, I don't know, some Middle Eastern country.
And power
Moved
to
when
her
she was
for
a kid.
making it to the
Yeah.
government and,
But-
and having a position of power.
But
you know?
Pelosi and them do not get along, and that's
But
what
it's
he
still
was
not
saying.
racist.
That's what he's
it was
getting at.
because Pelosi wants them out because they're undermining her idea of the Democratic Party.
But she hasn't done anything.
Oh, I hate Pelosi. She's an idiot.
She's a mouth.
That's all she is. She's a
So
mouth.
we have Brandon's point is excellent about the problem with these tweets is that the women that he's singling out, only one of them is truly not a United States
I
born
agree with
citizen.
that. I agree with that
So
as
he's
well.
that's but there's lots of misrepresentations here. The biggest, most glaring one is that the United States is the greatest and most powerful nation on earth. That's wonderful
That is
to
not true.
imagine, but it's false.
That could be
Is,
true.
who's more powerful?
Well,
honestly.
What is
mean,
your
China
definition
is
of
as
power?
powerful.
What is your definition of power, Brandon? Because that varies.
There's two: military
Depending
and
on-
economic.
Right.
Right.
Okay. So
And the world's economy depends on the United States.
as
When we decided
Except-
to have a trade war with China with all this, the world's economy went on hold, started to go down because they're like, let's see where the hell this is going.
and
Right?
we're losing.
Yeah, we're kind of
China
losing
won
that one right now. China's doing all right.
Yeah, no,
They're-
China's fine because they have slave labor, little kids that and whatnot, right? So
Doesn't matter how you get
economy is
there.
gonna continue.
I mean, it's a cog in the wheel. Get
The-
things done.
The economy works.
Yeah, are you 13? Okay, you're in. Who gives a shit? They children follow directions better. Let's be honest.
Not mine.
how do we measure the economic value of a nation? Do we base it on GDP?
Mm.
Because if that's the case, the United States is in the teens.
Ellen Greenspan.
I don't
time
necessarily
out.
just GDP.
You said GDP. Somebody wanted to know. One of Carter's listeners wanted to know. GDP is that goddamn pussy?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's it.
First and
What?
foremost, it is, and then
then
second
we'll
to
get to the
that,
gross.
we'll
There
say
you go.
gross.
We've obviously got off our normal topic.
Yeah, we'll just
Thanks for
go.
bringing it back home.
Yes, no shit. You're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
What is this, CNN?
Yeah,
Fox?
it's not.
I want to see Trump versus Biden. That's all. Biden came out and said today that if Trump goes at him on about his
President
age,
Trump. It's President Trump.
about
I don't
his
care if you
age-
hate him, you
okay,
love
sorry,
him.
If President Trump goes at him
Respect the
about his
office.
age or his mental status, then he's going to challenge Trump on stage to a
President
push-up
Trump.
contest.
So
I got to be honest. I think Trump may win that. He's so
Yeah,
stubborn.
it's quite
Something tells me Trump does his push-ups on his knees.
well,
If at
I'm pretty
all.
sure.
That's
So
If at
but you're
all.
okay with President Trump
it's
talking
huge. This is huge.
You're okay with the way President Trump talks to the American people,
Yes,
and
I'm
with
very okay with it.
just downgrading everybody that's not
No.
that doesn't think like him.
He doesn't think it's downgrading. He's just like
It
this
doesn't
is
matter
the way
what
I
he
feel.
thinks; it's what he's doing.
But look at the initial debates where you got a stage of 12 people. You know, Chris
Yeah.
Christie, all the people that we think are not we, the people, the Republican Party, the GOP are like, these guys are the front runner. He was not even in the mix.
No, I agree. I
I mean,
understand
he
that.
stood up and said, "I've given you money.
But-
I've given you money."
But the question,
Fuck
Carter,
you,
you
fuck
avoided
you.
you avoided the question.
I didn't mean to. What was the question?
As the president of the United States, who's supposed to be uniting,
That first piece right
Yes.
there. As the president, you
Mhm.
said President 45, respect
No,
the
I said
office.
President Trump.
Respect the office.
Mhm.
But when he asked the question, as the president of the United States, ... What was the rest of it?
the way he talks to other American citizens and elected officials in America,
Okay.
he talks to them like dogs. I mean, like publicly.
And then on the
How
flip
is that
side of that,
constitutional
takes
at all?
enormous offense to when people degrade him.
No.
Oh yeah,
Yes, he
true.
does. He's
No.
the biggest
Oh, he gets,
crybaby of
he gets
ever.
butt hurt and
he-
takes to tweeting immediately to cover his ass.
By the way, I just learned what butt hurt meant, but no, it's not true at all, Amy. He takes offense and gets annoyed at women. You know,
and
Everyone. It's not
Everybody.
just women.
Usually women.
we've seen the press conferences where he's kicked people out. Come on.
Okay,
It's hilarious.
I know,
I'm
but-
not gonna,
I mean,
no doubt about it. But
mix my brain with your brain and Brandon's brain. We
But leave mine out because it's just a
It's a
meager woman's
it's a
brain.
female brain,
because
please.
you're a woman.
Don't
I'm
poison us.
clearly irrational and illogical.
And you're the producer.
Everybody in this room, let's mix the brain. We would be a great president, but the part where I'd come
No,
out
you-
and I would say,
No,
listen,
no.
this is why are we afraid to say what we feel? Why?
Because
Don't fucking
he
vote
took
for
a
him.
position.
Then no,
Get
he
him.
didn't take. He earned. Don't
Oh, he
fucking
didn't earn
vote
it.
for him.
Okay.
didn't
All
earn
right.
You know,
Russia.
you
I
got
didn't
the
vote
election.
for him.
Now you can't.
Russia.
I'm with Chris here.
Russia.
Christopher, if
Facebook.
respect the presidential office, it's the same thing that the Republicans did to President Obama. It's President Obama. It's not Barack or
Mhm.
I
Hussein or
agree.
whatever they want to say.
Sure.
It's you have to respect the office of the presidency, and I understand what you're saying, and that he's not the politician, but he's not a politician. He's a New York real estate investor. They
Yeah.
berate people, like that's just the way they go.
But is that cool for the office of the
So,
president of
Why
the
does that
United
Right.
be cool?
Because
How
here-
does that
here's why.
respect the office?
Here's why. Let's think about corporate America. Just think about a regular corporate America job. The person that you are outside of your job, you're not going to go in your job and be that same person.
Right.
So now when you take on the role as the most powerful, you hold the most powerful position in the world. At some point, you got to be able to relate to everybody. And at this point in his presidency, he doesn't do it.
He doesn't have to. He does not have to.
You're right. Yep. You don't have to. However, you don't have to abide by the rules and regulations that go on in your business at your company, but you do it because
you'll get fired. He can't get fired right now except for the election.
He can get impeached.
Exactly.
And if he didn't come out saying what he is, what he's saying is honestly a breath of fresh air to some people, because it's like, thank God somebody's finally being able to say who they are. Political correctness has destroyed our country. It's segregated us further. It's made everybody afraid to be around somebody because you're afraid to mess up and say
so is your point that he has diminished political correctness? Because I think it's gotten fucking worse with him in office.
He's ignored political correctness.
So, exactly. Why?
But that doesn't cure it for everyone else. All it does is show what a total ass he is.
You're an asshole. I'm an asshole.
But
your husband's an asshole. We find that refreshing.
But half the country appreciates it.
Assholes on a totally different, on a playful level.
I'm not a president.
No.
Well,
Not assholes. Not assholes on an elitist treat certain people who look a certain way shitty position. Which I know you don't think that he does.
I don't think he treats
telling people to go back to where they're from. Telling people who look a certain way to go back to where they're from is absolutely, yes, that's what that is.
And it's not constitutional.
I think
at all.
No.
I think what he's saying there is, if you know so well how to run this country, and because AOC wants to turn us into a South American communist.
I'm sorry, what is AOC again?
It's the Falcons, Jets.
Ass outside of coochie.
No, I want it for everybody to know. What is AOC again?
The little liberal.
Put your mic.
Liberal New York girl that stands at the wall and weeps.
He's not going to say her name. Okay. He doesn't want to say her name. It's the congresswoman.
It's not a big.
Anyway,
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Yeah.
Okay, that's AOC.
Mm-hmm.
But what he's saying is, if what you're wanting to do works so well, go look at the country that you're modeling it after
and fix that.
Go back there, fix what's wrong with him, and then come back and show us how to do it.
But why do I have to do that? The same thing that happened downstairs with your little partner downstairs.
Hey,
go your little friend.
Who are you talking about?
You remember the little incident that went down?
The guy that you wouldn't fight and I would.
Yeah. I'm not fighting. I'm too old to fight anybody. But he's talking about you can leave. Where the fuck I'm gonna go? I'm from Washington D.C. Fuck am I leaving to? You telling me to leave because I'm black?
Stay here and you make this place better for you.
Exactly.
But that guy was ignorant. He's a bum.
Yeah, that guy.
But that's not true.
But that's the audience of the current political climate. Absolutely.
Then let me ask you, why is there? If I'm voting, if it's the Emmys or the Grammys or the Oscars, and I'm like, God damn, that guy's a fucking asshole, but he just says what he thinks, then don't vote for him. Don't vote for him if you don't like it.
What's wrong with me saying what I think?
Nothing.
Oh, but didn't you guys ask me to respect the office? How am I going to respect the office if he doesn't respect me?
And
how does he disrespect you?
Wow.
And
he doesn't respect anybody that doesn't think like him.
Exactly.
At all. Yes, he does. He talks down to Americans. He talks down to people that don't agree with him like they're dogs. Or worse.
His tactics are a little rough.
No.
He is not a politician.
He's not a politician, but you want me to respect the position
as the head of our country.
We got a clown in a position
I
you want
would
me to
prefer
respect.
One.
You want to talk about the great countries? What's the great countries? Russia, China?
You would prefer somebody who's
Are there any great countries?
No,
I mean, honestly.
Russia and China are not the well, like I said, this goes back to what do we determine is the end all be all of a great nation?
Yeah, I don't know. You
so
tell me.
If we go on profit, if we go on economy, then you're looking at a lot of more of your European.
Which ones? Because most of them rely on others, otherwise they go.
Most of them are considered racist. Actually, most of
Norwegians.
Norwegian countries are doing
England.
They're doing great.
Great Britain and Germany.
To
keep them afloat. All of Europe relies on those two countries.
Yeah,
that's
and
why
like I said, those
they're
are
having a
considered
shit
racist
fit
companies.
with England trying to do Brexit.
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And in England, if you're saying they're such a great country, they can't even do what they voted to do. They can't even figure out how the hell to get out of
can't.
the European Union. So tell me what a great country is. If you're saying America is not the strongest, not the best, which country is? Because the only ones that can really top us, and that would be economically, would be China. Their economy is booming and great, but it's reliant on child labor, which I'm pretty sure we got rid of because that's not right.
Well, the child labor and was booming during World War II. And that was like
Here.
that was that yeah
Yes,
here.
yeah,
hold on,
cheap
hold on.
labor.
But he's saying we got rid
But
of
that's
that.
what I'm saying. But that was like after World War II was like the heyday of America. Once we
It
But
was
that-
our
we
best.
know.
It was our
During
peak.
World War
during World War II and right afterwards, yes, that was like what everybody looks back to and is like that was when we were really
That
booming,
was when
right?
children and women were our labor force.
Right.
Well, let's go back a little bit
Missed those
further than
days.
that, guys.
You know what I
When we talk
Good
about,
old days.
remember that little thing in the United States of America where they had slavery and they had free labor.
Yeah,
And
here
we
we
think
go.
about Jim Crow and we think about all of that
and
stuff.
we
So
boomed it up.
yeah, it was booming then
Just
because
like
you had
can go
free
back to Rome,
economy.
right? When did
Right.
the
Same thing
Colosseum?
as China.
Colosseum, do you know this? I just got back from Italy. Colosseum was built in like 6 years.
Yeah.
You know how it got boom? You know, they went. New emperor comes in, says, "Hey," tells his son, "Go over to Jerusalem, raid all the temples, bring me some gold back, so we got some money to finance some stuff." He does that. With him, he brings back 60,000 slaves. So it takes slave labor or extremely cheap labor to be able to do great things in a short period of time.
Well, it's
That's
like
why-
the
that's why,
American
like you said,
corporations
America was able
today.
to go
Right?
in the
Hey,
1800s.
you know what?
There you go.
Spot
That's
on.
it.
Yeah.
Say that again, sis.
Spot
I
on.
said it's the American corporations
There
today,
you go.
correct?
Spot on.
You're getting cheap labor
Yep.
to build something great.
We're gonna take that
So
$14
have
an
we?
hour
Are
Yep.
we?
while our executives make $250
Oh yeah.
a year.
Yes.
You know, before bonus and
Yeah,
quarterlies and all
right.
that shit.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna work our ass off for $14 an hour.
But once
In the
again, going
hospitality
back to that,
And
if you when you get to that level, you're gonna change your mindset and who you are when
Oh,
you
yeah.
get to that level.
Absolutely.
The same thing as
Yeah,
the
you do.
commander in chief. Once you get that position, the
Don't
mindset.
call him the commander in chief.
No, I'm
is,
not, I didn't say
technically.
him. I
It
said
is.
the position.
The position.
The
yeah.
commander in chief. That's what he or she does. Is they're the commander in chief. You would expect that their mindset will change
No.
to not being so selfish about yourself and look out for the country
He's-
or the company or the department
that's not-
or the team that you run.
No.
You would think that.
B.
But I think when you're talking about being selfish, I don't necessarily agree that giving welfare is selfless, because I think welfare is a crutch. And my grandmother had 3 years of education. She busted her ass 6 days a week. She refused to take welfare when people told her to.
We
My
didn't say
mom-
welfare, doc.
What's that?
We didn't say welfare. Well,
No, you're talking about
basically, yeah.
being selfish and not like change and doing for everything. And I'm assuming you're talking about his tactics of what he thinks he should be giving out to the Americans.
Cassie,
No,
you
I'm
should
just
be
talking
in
about
line.
just being-
Closing borders is
yeah,
a big
just
one.
all about yourself. Like it's
But
all
you
about
can't-
him.
You can't open the borders. Like, look, from a personal level, yes, I want to take everybody in and I want to make everybody do well. But if you do that,
That's
you
what I
become
hate
the
about 'em.
country that they're fleeing. You can't take third world, everybody that wants to come in, just let them in. We'll collapse. Our economy can't
Well,
take.
maybe we should take the plaque off the Statue of Liberty then.
What?
Yeah.
Or
Nice.
maybe, or
Then it's-
maybe
I mean,
we
with that,
should.
but that is where we started, right?
No, but the thing is,
sick, give us your sick and
the
your
thing is, Brandon is
downtrodden, whatever, you know.
What does it say? Prime time.
Yeah, you have to tell me because I know the gist of it. Give us all your fucked up people.
Come on in.
We will build a nation.
But Brandon is the first person who will stop and if he goes to Chick-fil-A
And I'm aware of this.
and he'll give, he's see somebody that he thinks is hungry or homeless or whatever, and he's just like, here you go. And I'm like what are you doing? Like, I gotta be somewhere.
Hey, they'll figure it out, man. Let's keep moving.
well,
but at the same time, no. Listen, at the same time, if he figures out that if the guy or the girl or the whatever is just like, hey, I need $14.38 to get on this bus.
Yeah.
I need $14.38.
that's an expensive bus.
It's so it really is. It's specific, but he's just like, I'll buy you a hot dog. We'll go to Wendy's. We'll
Yeah.
sit down.
How
we're
about a
gonna talk.
bus ticket?
Yeah.
No, I'm not that I want you to get out of my city.
Right.
Get me wrong.
No, but he wants to engage. Brandon's like, what happened? And
Right.
me, I'm like, why do you fucking care? Why are you getting into this shit? But he wants you to prove that you need help.
Yeah, sure.
And you know, my ex-wife, are you familiar with her?
Yes.
She and Brandon got into a goddamn fucking screaming match at a Hawks game.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Because he wouldn't give money to somebody who was obviously wanting booze.
Yeah.
It wasn't drugs.
Right.
The guy was just like,
I'm not gonna lie, I need a beer.
yeah, I need whiskey. And Brandon, you know, his big heart, he's just like, nah, I can't do that. He's like, let me buy you something to eat. You know, let's talk. You know,
That's fine.
let's figure shit out. And Callie's is like, what would you blah blah? And they got in this epic fight, and it was so to me, it was hilarious. To them, not so much.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, I agree with Brandon. I mean, it's a much bigger subject than we can cover. I mean, there's a lot to it. No, selfishness, yes. If you have people, and I have a lot of family members that live off the government, have never done a goddamn thing for anybody, and they continue to live off the government. You know, there's got to be limitations, and there's got to be an infrastructure there to get people back to work to help out, you know, instead of just bumming it all the way through life.
Hey, the Statue of Liberty's quote: "Give me your tired, your poor,
There we go.
your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these homeless, tempest tithes to me. I lift my lamp beside so that you can grab them by the pussy."
yeah, but that's why.
And France gave us that.
I was gonna say, and this was before.
That was France. They're like, take him, America.
This
Dirty motherfuckers.
this was before autocorrect, obviously.
Put it on the welcome mat.
Exactly. Goddamn France.
All
All right. Hang in there.
Next. What's coming next,
It's a
Carter?
takeover with Christopher Carter. Hang in there. We're going to get to hikers. Why do you stop getting
Yes. Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Hikers.
stop getting lost?
Dirty
You're a
fuckers.
fucking hiker. Yeah. Hang in there. The takeover. Power. 108.9. See, what I do is I over
Good. I love working with you.
Yes, I do.
If you could just prepare the material,
I would.
that would be a
I like it.
I would
I like-
fucking do that. I would love to do that.
leave off.
Fuck off.
That was a long break.
I was very
The
interested
debate.
in
So the debate continues.
Y'all had to pee.
but we're not gonna.
I
But
had-
let's drop the debate. Okay, let's just drop that. Let's move on to.
We're about
Hey.
to piss y'all all off. Watch this.
Yeah, let's move on to the next item on the list.
Which one?
People are
All right.
people,
Oh, I get
so
to
why
pick.
should it be?
All
You
right.
and I should get
Okay.
along so awfully.
So I'm
We're not on yet. Hold on.
fuck.
No, I'm singing. It was amateur hour.
People are.
Why should it be?
I mean, great song.
Yeah, it is a great song, actually.
Can I
Or-
try some of the next? You didn't
or-
leave much. No,
or-
no. Give me the fucking bottle, man.
Hey, language.
Pass the bottle.
Language is offensive.
Okay.
Dude, you took it
all.
I
heard
can
you.
have
Yes.
this.
I
Can I have a sip?
I got us.
Can I have a
What
sip?
it up?
What it is? Is that some brown ale?
I can have this.
What it up? Can you drive a stick? I can learn.
Can I have a sip, please? Can I just?
Take a sip of his.
My bad. I just want to try it.
I drink the water beer. Apparently.
Are we back?
Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah,
I'm not taking a sip yet. What is it?
Ooh, that's good.
that is actually good. That's,
Mhm.
Yeah. Y'all heard there's a new James Bond?
Mm,
Ha ha.
Hey,
Big James Bond fan?
big.
Yeah. What now? If I told you James Bond's name was going to be played by Lashana Lynch, what would you think?
Who's Lashana Lynch?
she a porn star?
James Bond?
No. Daniel Craig.
Lashana.
Oh, the woman.
Yeah.
Who? Lashana. What is she?
Yeah.
What is she in?
Now, look, turn around.
Anybody help me out?
I have no clue. She looks like she don't look like any other James Bond I've ever seen.
Okay, I'm listening.
I'm all right.
So word on the street, Lashana
It's-
Lynch will be the new James Bond after the last one, 25, played by Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna be in the upcoming James Bond
But
film.
is her name going to be James?
And it's
Yeah,
probably
that'd be
Janet.
weird. That'd be weird.
If you don't know, if you saw Captain Marvel, Captain Marvel, she was the
Oh,
BFF.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it.
There
Okay,
you
I've
go.
not seen
All right.
Captain Marvel. So what has she been in before?
Well, since you didn't see Captain Marvel, let me tell you what happened in Spider-Man
The new
in
one?
the end game.
The new one?
Yeah, the new
No,
one.
no,
New
no,
one.
no,
Let me
no,
tell you what
don't do
happened.
that. Don't
So
do-
as soon as it came
No,
on,
what the
there was
Fuck,
a-
there's no spoiler.
We hadn't seen the new Spider-Man.
Yeah, we
Come
have not
on,
seen
man.
We,
that.
we aren't
man.
talking about that.
I'm still hung up on the multiverse.
no, hold on. Can I say this real quick?
Click.
Quick,
Real clit.
producer lady.
Christ.
So y'all
All right,
saw
all right.
Endgame, right?
No,
No, no, no.
No,
We
Never
do
mind.
not.
You
No,
just gotta stop.
we
And
don't pay theater prices. Come on.
Hold up.
Wait. To them who be
Yep.
thinking we saw,
No,
we don't.
In game.
Hey. All right,
Smoke weed every day. All right,
Christopher.
Yes, ma'am.
What's up with your boy Dwight Howard?
I hate him, and he's gay.
How do we know?
Actually, I can't prove that.
That's not even.
I can't back that up. But no, listen, he did an interview where it was his sexuality was in question, which I'm
but
like,
why does anybody even care?
who gives a fuck?
Who gives a shit?
He's
I
a
care.
dick.
I mark it down in
Yeah.
a ledger.
Oh.
He's a
Did this
dick.
all come
Like-
from
Somebody who came out and
partner
said some
that came
stuff.
out
Yes,
because
sir.
of the way he treated him?
Yes.
Back
Yes.
and yeah. So this is
Mhm.
old, right? It came out
This
a few
is-
months ago.
No,
it
no,
was.
No, this is
I've
old news.
This is old
it's
news.
not.
Next.
This
sort of-
came out today that it was readdressed. Let's put it that way.
Ah.
And he's like, I didn't even read the article. I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. He's a dick.
Right.
He's
That's the
so
thing.
conceited.
He's been to so many cities and he's turned so many people against him. His
Yep.
last like 32 fans, he probably lost like 4 of them. Are like, oh fuck, he's gay.
No,
Done.
yeah,
Fuck now.
President
Well, I
Trump was
just-
one.
Now he's
I
got
just
28
became
left.
a new fan.
Yeah, yeah. He probably
Go Dwight.
Well, there you go. He probably picked up more than he lost.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right? There you go. Maybe it was a PR move. Maybe he's like, I got to
come
get
on.
into just.
I mean, he's an Atlanta product. The guy was a specimen when he was in Orlando, but he is shit on every team he's gone
He
to.
went to this school where no one was over 3'5".
Yeah.
God damn, why wouldn't you be?
We need to check that. Fact check that.
I mean, he took the magic to the show, but
Couldn't get shit done.
No, but he had no team
No one
around
could
him.
work with him.
No, right. But that was the thing. He went to Houston. He was like, oh, he's with Harden now. Oh, yeah. But now it's turning out. Harden can't work with
in the
him.
locker room. Nobody wants to be around.
Where's Chris Paul?
Yeah.
Where's Chris Paul going?
No, Mike.
Where's Chris
Yeah,
Paul going? Lakers.
We're going to go.
Chris Paul.
Uh-oh.
Is he going to the Lakers with Rondo? Or are they gonna
Time
run-
out. We just got the sound from Dwight Howard in the hotel room with his alleged partner.
Oh,
Oh, I'm ready
let's
for
tune
this.
in.
I know this is
please
going to be
listen.
good.
There we
Oh
go.
my gosh.
TMZ.
Jim, I can.
Here we go.
Try and throw you that. Sorry, I don't have a tail for you to hang on to.
That's okay. You can just wag your behind.
Oh, God. Get it, Dwight. Grab it.
Safe word.
Back it up, flip it, rub it down.
No.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Lord.
Okay.
Every fucking
All
try.
right.
So speaking
Yes,
of oh no,
Wasn't
what
it a band?
what is Joe Rogan? What has he done with Area 51?
He's driving the people out there.
What number? Do we know what number we're up to now? With how many people have RSVP'd for this event?
I hope it's a lot.
It's over 400,000.
won't
What do you
see
want to
him.
find? What do you want to find?
I don't care.
No, but I think somebody should just get a list.
I just
and
wanna
just like say, go rob everybody that's going to announcing they're going to Area 51. Just go rob their ass.
Yeah,
Now they're going to be
yeah, they're
detained
leaving
for a
their
couple
own.
months.
They're going to
Yeah.
be gone.
Yeah, they're not going to be anywhere around.
No, they all live in trailers. So
Because
they
they're
wouldn't have anything
definitely
or
on
they're
them.
just they're very highly insecure, basement dwelling nerds that got cameras everywhere.
They've got the what is it, the bunkers?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
The end of the world.
I mean, and I work in IT. This is a bunch of nerds.
Yeah.
Look at the number.
At one point, yes, thank you. I was hoping it would hit 1 million.
This is
We're at 1.3 million,
God,
folks.
can we get an aerial shot of this when they raise?
this better be a kegger.
You know what?
Yeah.
1.3 million people
Want to raise.
400 square miles
Yes.
of desert with rattlesnakes.
Oh.
And they don't have to stop.
They're going to be
There's not gonna
falling.
be any water.
We'll have some just
Whatever.
real
I'm going to say
population.
70,
This is the
750,000. You're done by the
What?
spiders and the snakes.
But-
You're not going to make it. And the heat.
The heat probably.
But what are you going to
ahead of
find?
them.
What do you want to find? What
You're
do
not
you
gonna.
want to
I'll tell you what
find?
you'll
Here's the
find. You'll
thing.
find jack shit because the
Mm,
government is
the government,
not
the
about
government.
to play with you.
Yeah, if I'm ahead of the Area 51, I'm like, all right, let's prepare. Let's prepare.
Finally, here we go. We all prepare for this,
Yeah,
folks.
Exactly. They got a fake room.
It's in a standard
Like
operating
come in there,
procedures.
there's a wall there that opens up, but they're never going to get beyond that wall. It's like, look, this is all we do here. We're doing-
Well, the thing that would be epic is if all these people like crash this whole fucking building or underground, whatever, and then President Trump's there and says,
doing what?
"I'm gonna grab you in the pussy." Fuck you. Bam.
Damn. Well, then I would have a little more respect.
Update. Breaking news. We just got the sound from Area 51
Ooh.
about what will happen
Here we go.
if you go out to Area 51.
Okay, here we go. The old roar.
Oh, God.
It's a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's snapping pictures, too.
Maybe we should have a little more wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That is what they'll say. Maybe we should have a little more wine.
Which I've never.
It's
What?
either going to be that or the intro to what Bone Thugs and Harmony album is it that I'm
First of the
thinking
month? Oh, the intro.
No, the
murder?
intro to Creep.
East 1999?
Yes, East 1999. Yes, that's it. That's what it's
So
going to
if they
sound
find
like.
these aliens, right? Have they not watched movies? They know they're going to get anally probed by the aliens if they set them free.
No,
and all
if
this.
there's
What
enough
is
of
the-
them,
what
but
is
if there's
their
they're
end game? What is
willing
their-
to sacrifice
We-
themselves.
I don't
Obviously
think.
lose.
I think we can just assume that the shit. What is it that they're all going to be on? Joe Rogan talks about DMT. We can just assume that the DMT is going
Yeah.
to take care of these
But
people.
that only takes a.
There it is.
This is what it's going to sound like when they raid.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Big fan of music. Aliens.
How many black people do you think are in this raid?
Not
Of
many.
1.3
Not many.
million.
Not many.
When we say
Yeah.
when we say
Not many.
snakes,
Yeah.
we say snakes. They're like, nah, fuck this shit.
Nah,
I'm
scorpions.
good. I'm good.
and
Nah.
I've been fucked up by the government long enough. I ain't
Yeah, you
about
know
to
what?
go down there
I'm
and
just
mess
gonna
with
go
that.
with it.
Shit.
I'm gonna go with whatever decision.
We
First
let,
course ain't gonna have. Where we staying at?
we let these.
What time breakfast?
Hey, look, I'll be manning the grill. Y'all can raid that place.
They'll be at home on Facebook making white people memes all day.
I got some Bubba burgers.
Yeah.
They got vegan stuff out there.
No.
Let the white people do this shit.
Yeah.
That's,
Look at
that's
their
one,
silly asses out
that's
there.
1.3 white people. We don't have to work with that anymore.
Gotcha. All right.
You opened up the great gates for 1.3 million Mexicans.
There you go. That's what it is. Yes.
No more. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
All
This
right.
shit never happened when Obama was in office.
I think the biggest and I love President Obama. I don't dislike him. I hated his healthcare plan and all that. But when he and this is
Didn't really affect us.
Right.
His healthcare plan didn't affect me at all.
Right. You
Just
work,
because
Carter. Why do
because you have a
hate
job.
it? And you
Yeah.
do too. Why do you hate
Well,
it?
No,
our-
because
our-
people that don't have a
Actually-
job get penalized.
No.
No,
I'm not
but-
going to get into that.
No, no, no. Hold
Talk.
on.
Premiums
Affordable
went up.
health care
Premiums
helped
went up.
people who couldn't.
No,
Brainwash TV.
No, it
folks.
didn't.
No, our premiums went
Yeah.
up quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
And every time we go to the doctor, we have to pay a lot more now.
I
Actually.
work in a hospital. I see what it's done. It has not helped.
Let's talk to a doctor.
Nobody has it.
White privilege.
The few people that signed up for it.
White
when they-
privilege.
Yeah, white privilege.
No.
A lot of that in Cartersville.
But it hasn't helped. Didn't do what most of the people that signed up for it never paid the premium and got dropped from it.
So,
Mhm.
but what about people who were able to get health care who didn't have income and were,
Medicaid?
yeah.
They got
Yeah,
penalized.
they already had Medicaid, right?
But
Medicaid and
wasn't,
Medicare.
wasn't affordable.
The people that
part
was
of
geared to
that?
help was not the people that didn't have the income. It's when healthcare is costing $10,000 to $12,000 a year for a family of four that's making $30,000. You can't afford it. It hasn't changed that.
Yeah,
I mean,
Medicaid and
it
Medicare
never
was already
changed
there.
that.
Question on social media said, "Why don't doctors just have a price list to say, hey,
So-
Well,
Some
some
do.
of them do.
Yeah.
It's going to
have
Yeah.
a price
and
list?"
the
I actually-
prices
Some
are
of them
very
do.
expensive.
So you're like,
Honestly,
are you like an
No.
a la carte?
no, I went to it. I got
Yeah.
an X-ray 2
That
weeks ago.
exists.
Yeah, this is a great story.
I went to an X-ray 2 weeks ago, and it said their prices. If you don't have insurance, the prices that you pay everywhere else. It says your money, your decision at the
It's
bottom.
called a
And
concierge
he
service.
has
so
insurance.
much. Yeah, I have insurance, and I went for the no insurance option.
And he went and paid cash for a chest X-ray and paid $75.
So the question is, the question is, and y'all can probably talk about this on a later show.
yes.
Why is Canada so good at it?
They're not.
Are
Why?
they?
Why?
But they have
Why-
That universal
why
health care is a myth.
Why are other countries so good at it?
They're
Well,
not.
I think because I think a big part of our problem is when the bill was passed included privatized healthcare as
But that's
part
what
of
fuck.
it.
Move back. Move back.
No, this man doesn't puke.
That's not true. That's not true.
So
Well, it takes a lot.
so Canada, if you look, they have long lines. People in the urban areas,
Long lines.
they have access. People that are in rural areas, they have to go to the urban areas to get it. So
Yep.
then you're talking about people not having access to care because of where you live. It's not that
Which
Canada's
is-
that much better.
which
it's
is
just
kinda
cheaper
like
because
how
they're
it is
paying
here.
65%
Kinda like on the Grady.
taxes.
Yeah, I was like about to say, isn't that kind of like how it's been here for a while?
I was
Yeah,
about
but
to
if you
say-
want an MRI, you can go and get an MRI.
But you can't afford it.
If you need an MRI, you can.
Where? Here?
Yeah, here.
Shit, no.
America.
First of all, we have EMTALA, so everybody has to be taken care of. It is an emergent case. A hospital has to take you. That is a
Yeah,
federal regulation.
but you can't afford it. Like okay, let's say like my oldest daughter has epilepsy.
Sure.
So she has to get MRIs of her brain.
Correct.
Even, if we didn't have
So
insurance.
it's better to go where they're not going to give you an MRI than have the option of I can't afford it, but if I could, I could do it. Or
Well,
I'm
we
just gonna
have-
have to go bankrupt.
Well,
now.
we have insurance, so when we get an MRI, it's only $600 or $700. But if we didn't have insurance, that MRI would be over $2,000.
Right.
So if I live in a certain area where I'm not working and I can't afford things, then I go and I need an MRI for that same daughter. I'm not going to be able to afford $2,500 for that MRI, clearly. So what do I do?
Just call Uber to take you to the hospital.
Nice.
I skip out on the bill and we get stuck with it.
What? Gangster. I'm not. That doesn't even make sense.
Right.
All right.
You're just trying to wrap up.
All right. Yeah.
I know.
Sorry, we're going over. We got a new producer. She's
great.
She's better than our old producer.
Well, you never had one.
You never had one.
Producer Mike.
No, you never had one.
He loves that term. Producer Mike.
Never had one. I'm not your producer.
Power. Actually,
Doc. Look at Doc.
Actually,
Look at Doc.
Doc
need a show.
Next week, we're
Doc
gonna be,
has the good beer, y'all.
Yeah, next week we're gonna be the same
And he has a
time.
good content.
We're gonna be the same time. It's gonna be just as sloppy, but
and at the same time,
in
look, I'm
August,
just interrupt him. He getting mad. Now.
in
Look at
August, we're actually changing times.
Yeah, you're moving to 7.
We're moving to 7.
Yes, because you're so good.
And it's gonna be
That's it.
yeah. We got a lot of you.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Did that get on camera?
Yeah, we've got a lot of requests and for us to move to 7.
No, you didn't.
And shut the fuck up.
Okay.
And yeah, so
they want
hang in
the
there.
producer to come back. That's what they want.
No, we want Amy.
They want
To
the producer
produce
to come back.
us.
Yes.
Anyway,
Because that little piece of paper right there.
Mhm.
I know.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
work on that.
All right.
watch
thank
his
you.
show.
I got you.
Watch his show.
I
He
will.
has a piece of paper that's folded like this. Mine's this. That's the difference.
What? What are you
All right.
doing? Are we in a commercial still?
No,
Takeover.
We're still playing
we're
Clown?
ending.
With Christopher
The
Carter.
show?
Power 101.9. Look at it.
What is? The
Crease.
show's over
Mine's
this
this
week.
way.
It's the morning show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the morning show.
Morning show.
Hey, hold on.
Thank
hold
you,
on.
guys.
Hold on before we go. We gotta get Harden to do the on this day. So the first day
Mm.
today.
On this day in 2009 in Chicago, Sears Tower was renamed Willis Tower after the different strokes.
No, that's
You didn't
best
know?
news ever.
No. Did you know that today is Orville Redenbacher's day?
That's
Her
not on this
birthday.
piece of paper, man.
What's the joke?
1981.
I don't know. I don't know the joke.
1981, 23 years. After 23 years with the name Datsun, executives of Nissan changed the name of their cars to Nissan.
That's the name.
Nice
changes
on.
today.
Nice.
Liam
Nyson.
Nyson.
Nissan.
That's what my old man used to call him, Nissan.
It's
Oh,
nice.
That's a Nissan.
I did write down that Mary Parkinson in 1939. That's her birthday. She invented Parkinson's.
Oh, she invented
Michael J. Fox can.
it. Congratulations.
No, shit. Sorry, she
You
was
got
a
one more?
broadcaster for BBC.
Oh.
Yeah, swing
So-
and a miss, swing and a miss, folks.
Hey.
All right, thank you.
Hold on, you got one more.
Oh,
Wait,
I
wait,
do.
wait.
I do.
Don't run away.
1790, District of Columbia or Washington, D.C., whichever one you want to call it, was
Dandy.
established as the permanent seat of the United States government. And we don't celebrate this shit.
Nope.
Mm.
1790 on this day.
So
How about that?
Good job.
You were all
Happy
go-
birthday, DC.
Happy
Yep.
birthday.
You're going to bed,
Canada
stupider.
came and burned your ass
Right.
down.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. All right, thanks, France, for the statue.
Appreciate
thing.
it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thanks for the
Appreciate it.
doormat. You fucked us up.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Actually,
That was
you
like
know
the
what?
ultimate fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now y'all suck at soccer. What's up?
To take over, Christopher Carter, Power 108.9. We are.
That's our production. That's our production. Yeah, it's a lot of production. Hey, we're gonna have a
Power 108.9 is
the website.
Hey, we got an awesome show for you today.
Mick Jagger, right?
Yeah, Mick Jagger.
If England's healthcare is so great, he just had surgery.
Damn.
He still has.
So
he still
yeah,
has a baby.
Ray's still on.